What is Google My Business? Well, most of you probably signed up for Google My Business. Maybe you heard it somewhere, maybe somebody told you to do it, maybe your broker told you to do it. For whatever the reason, you don't even know what it is. They just told you to do it and you went and did it, and now it sits there. So that's exactly what we're gonna go over in this video. We're gonna talk about what Google My Business is. And in the next video in this section, we're gonna talk about why you need Google My Business as a local real estate agent. To kick it off, what is Google My Business? Well, think about those words right there. Google My Business, right? Google inside of Google, right? What is your business name? This is my business. You want people to Google for your business. My Business is a platform for local businesses to really get maximum exposure. Not just for local real estate agents, but local service-based businesses. All local service-based businesses should be using Google My Business, especially local real estate agents. Outside of real estate, I have helped my brother start a business, a mobile detailing, auto detailing business, and I've provided him the same advice, and I obviously help with his marketing. Just an outside example, and we started with Google My Business and Google, and I let him know that, Facebook and Instagram is cool and all, but that's not going to be the way that you generate business. The way that you're going to be able to generate business is people Googling for your service, right? Auto detailing near me, auto detailing specific area, and then on and on, right? Those are the key words. Same thing for real estate, right? And then for his business, even before we even really kicked off, because we knew he listened to me, and not to take all the credit, and we maximized the power of Google My Business, and he had a Porsche dealership and a Range Rover dealership reach out right away for a contract to keep their cars clean. And now his business is just going through the roof from maximizing Google My Business. And it's just on autopilot. He now is booked out appointments over 2 weeks in advance. And that's not to get too deep into that, because that's just an outside business. But the same thing can happen for real estate. And I'm gonna show you that in another video in this section when we go over case studies of how that can happen and some of the results that I've seen with clients that we've been able to get for them as far as maximizing the power of Google My Business, and it essentially just happening. And I shouldn't say on autopilot, because you do have to nurture it. Just like all these platforms, you have to nurture them. So what is Google My Business? It is essentially Google's version of a social media platform. The difference is the intent, okay? The difference with Google My Business versus Facebook, Instagram, is the intent. Those are pattern interrupt platforms. While they're cool, and the likes and the vanities and all that stuff, where do people go when they need something done, right? Where do people go when they need real estate agents, or when they're searching for homes? They're looking on Google, right? So we're gonna dive into the computer now, and we're gonna take a little bit more of a look at what Google even just tells you on their website, which you probably didn't read because you just kind of signed up and that was it. So we're gonna dive into the computer right now. So what is Google My Business? We were just talking about Google My Business. If you think about the terminology here, if you jump in Google and then your business name, right? The only thing it's missing here is a little bit of quotation mark. And I'm literally just on the google.com/business website, or if you Google My Business. And again, this isn't anything that you can't go look at yourself. I'm not going to give you some mind-blowing advice or information or quote here that you're just like, oh my goodness. It literally has everything that you need as far as right here. But marketing is very data driven. Marketing, if anybody tells you different, then tell them, don't talk to me. Marketing is very data driven. And then this is exactly what we want right here. We want the data. We want to know what's happening. We want to know what they're doing. We want to know how they're finding us, all of these things. So you got your engagement and you got your customers, right? Reviews, bookings, followers. We'll get into followers. It's not necessarily going to happen on Google My Business, and it's not a big thing or a big deal, but we'll get into that. So, look, guys, I'm just on the Google My Business page. This is probably what you did. You went and you started your Google My Business profile, which we're going to talk about in the video as well, of how to get started. And then where you're going to find the best stuff and information, they actually have a marketing kit, which we'll jump into again in another video. But I really want you guys to understand that this is a very powerful free tool. Okay, again, all I did was go Google My Business. You see it pop up. So there it is, Google My Business, about Google My Business. Okay. Google My Business is a free and easy to use tool for businesses and organizations to manage their online presence across Google, including search and maps, which can be embedded into your website to help customers find your business and to tell them your story. You can verify your business and edit your business information. Benefits: it's free. It can help you increase your search rankings and your map rankings organically, right? You can interact with customers. You can get messages from customers. I mean, there's so many things that you can do in here as far as really just helping yourself get organic leads, organic traffic, and people calling you, so that you're not cold calling a ton of people all the time, right? You want people calling you. So Google My Business is just an amazing tool where you can free and organically post pictures of your homes and, I'm sorry, not your homes, but of homes that you're, touring, or your listings, or just you in general. And we're going to go over the types of posts and photos that you can use in Google My Business platform. But this is just in their help center. And then, they have their own community here too, where you can ask questions, and they have like forums and things like that. But what is Google My Business? Google My Business is a free and easy to use. It is not complicated. It's free, and maybe I'm just saying because I'm using it, but it is a free and easy to use platform where you can start to really, really increase your rankings in search and maps, where everybody fights to be. Everybody thinks it's a lost cause to get to the top and battle with Zillow and Trulia and whatever else is up there. It is not impossible, especially when you can get your rankings up in maps and people are searching for the local real estate agent, Hawaii real estate agent, Austin, Texas real estate agent, Dallas, Texas, Charlotte, North Carolina real estate agent, top real estate agent near me. These types of things are keywords because it is also SEO driven, that we will get into so that you can understand how to maximize your presence on Google My Business.